Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my 72nd birthday party online. We're going to be celebrating how we can thrive together in this crazy and amazing world. And I appreciate you so much for being here. I plan for this to be a lot of fun. I'm also going to go really deep, and I'm really going to share from my heart and my wisdom. And I put a lot of time into kind of what I'm going to share with you personally. And we're also going to have other people share that I love. And then at the end, we're going to have time for you all to share if you want to stay and continue to share. So, love you so much. And I first did this at my 70th, because I was turning 70 and I thought, gosh, I don't want to just turn 70. I want to celebrate it, celebrate, you know, becoming an elder and keeping vitality and retaining my wisdom and keep growing and having such deep gratitude for this amazing life that we all have. And at this time, I felt like it was time to do it again because it's such a crazy time on the planet. It's very similar to like when Scott and I started Saturday Night Alive during COVID, that time where we're on the precipice, of a lot of stuff coming down. And we all know it, and it could go all different kinds of ways. And us coming together and sharing the love and sharing who we are and just staying connected is really helpful for all of us. So I really want to gather all of you and acknowledge us as a Soul Tribe community and, you know, be empowered to be 72 and acknowledge that these are not easy times on the planet. And they certainly have not been for me in the last several years. If you follow me on, my sharing on Facebook, I've had a lot of lemons lately. So you being here right now is like sweet nectar to my soul. So I appreciate all of you for being here. Some of you I've known for 40 years. And that's so amazing to know people for so long, some for 30, some for 20, and that's still so deep. We've all been through a lot together. It's really amazing. And so for me, knowing you, collaborating with you, assisting and loving my tribe is one of the most inspiring, healing, and important aspects of my life. And I also want to acknowledge it's a really crazy time on the planet. I'm sure you've noticed. So to come together and remember the power that we are, remember the inspiration of our connection, our collaboration, and hold the positive healing light of love together. And remember how no matter what, we can still thrive together. So, and I want to remember these are the times we signed up for. I fully believe we chose this incarnation together. If you know my book, Activate Your Soul Tribes, we are a soul tribe. And we chose to come in at this highly activated time. We had to leave it to Beaver childhood, which was really cool. And then everything started exploding. And then now it's it's like so much is evolving and escalating, and we really need to be conscious, be on our toes, and stay on the organic ascension timeline, is what I call it. We are really going through now the shift of the ages. And we've known this, where many cycles are ending and new cycles are beginning, where our society that has been compromised and restricted, and not ideally the one that we feel totally aligned with, is in process of dissolving. And we are here to create the new and to build the new earth together. We have so many major things that are going to be happening that may not be easy coming up, a lot more challenges, a lot more curveballs, but together we can weather the storm and shift things and support each other to continue on this journey. And as above, so below, what's going on in this crazy world is going on within us. And I feel it, this planetary ascension and personal ascension that we're going through. It's amazing because in my life, anything that's not in total harmony is like right up in my face, and I've got to deal with it. And I'll share with you some of that. And disclosure is happening on all levels. Not only the dysfunction, the lies, the hidden information, but UFOs, it's like it's happening right now. I started studying UFOs in the 80s at Whole Life Expo in LA, that when it started coming out at that time. So for me and many people here, we've been following this forever, the galactic realities, and now it's really exploding. And that's so cool. And there are so many other things that are happening now that are so incredible. New levels of information, resources, new technologies, as well as new healing remedies that are here now. But just remember, the chaos is the nature of transfiguration. From death to rebirth, a caterpillar totally dissolves to become the butterfly. And seriously, I know that I came for the whole evolutionary package. That's why I'm here. Everything I've done in this world has been for this evolution that's taking place now, for the ascension. And I'm just thrilled to be here with you. And so I've prepared a very vulnerable, authentic, and high vibe transmission for you now that I'm going to share with you now. Okay, so Debra Giusti at 72 years old, celebrating how we can thrive together in this amazing world. And I really welcome all of you. You're my family, your friends, community, cohorts, soul family, soul tribe, all of you. We are all connected together. And what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to share my life wisdom at 72 years old. I'm going to share some of my huge challenges because I've been going through a lot lately. Not that you haven't either, but just a lot, and how I'm making lemonade. I'm going to reveal how I'm healing from my breast cancer. I'm going to share a few surprising stories that you've never heard. We're going to hear from some of my favorite people. We're going to honor Soul Tribe members who have left us. I'm going to put you in breakout rooms so you can meet some of the people in the room here. And we're together. I'm going to invite you to share insights together on how we can thrive in this radical and amazing world. And most of all, we're going to have fun, and this is going to be a love fest. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge that I've had a lot of losses with soul family. And the definition of soul family is those people, whether you're related to them or they're your chosen soul family, that are your immediate family. You're the people that you deal with every day, the people that are in your life totally. And I've lost actually five soul family members, and it's been really intense and really beautiful. And a lot, I post on Facebook, so a lot of you have joined me. And the first one that I want to honor is my mom, Debra Giusti. She passed at 95 years old, so she had an amazing life. And she started going downhill with a stroke. So it was kind of year after year. In 3 years, I watched her lose all her functions. But I want to say that she really discovered the key to life. Like when I was younger, she was not totally together. She was angry. She couldn't always heal take care of all the stress. But the end of her life, with losing all her functions, she was always love all the time. I would go in and visit her almost every day or every other day. And no matter what was going on with the pain in her body or just when she got totally bedridden, she totally was love all the time. It was just so beautiful. She was such a teacher to me because I was so busy with so many things, but I go over there and it's just full present and full love. And as you may know, I've talked to a lot of my beloveds on the other side. And when I talked to her on the other side through Michaela McGibbon, who's an experienced medium, she told me that the most important thing I did for her was to come to see her every day and give her love and healing. And that was so important for her, and it kept her going. And I didn't really know that. I just knew that it was important to go see her, but that was the most important thing that I did for her is over the 3 years, just be fully present with her. So really, it's the love that makes the big difference. And I honor all of you because we all go on this journey with our moms. Everyone goes through this. And here's me, my mom, and my Shiba kitty before she died. So this is really precious to me. This is my family. I have an amazing Italian family that's very connected, somewhat traditional, but love each other and they're there for each other. It's just one of the most amazing gifts I have in my life. So I just want to honor my family so much. And she had everyone surrounding her, helping her. So I want to honor my best friends, Celestine Starr and Jeffrey Adelite. Celestine passed in 22. A lot of you were also best friends with her. She was one of the most amazing women I've ever known, as we know, and a lot of you were present for it. When she passed, she touched so many people's lives. There was just hundreds of people that were there for her when she passed, getting messages from her, seeing her dreams. She was amazing. If I was a guy, I would have dated her for sure. Would have been boyfriend, girlfriends for a while for sure. And then also unexpectedly last August, who I called my spiritual husband, Jeffrey Adelheit, transitioned. That was truly a shock. We were spiritual and co-creative partners for 15 years. And the day after he died, I got a text from him. It said, Debra, I'm so sorry. I know you're quaking with grief, but I had to go. You'll understand eventually why I had to go. We were true transformational partners, and know that I am still with you. I'm going to be your guide, and know that I will be there for you. I have your back. And that came from a transmission that Michaela got, put it on text and send it to me. And I've had many communications with Jeffrey since then. But the story I want to tell you, and I just want to say more than ever, the veil is thin, and as our beloveds transition, they are still accessible and they can help you and be your guide. And Celestine also said she would be my guide. And but the amazing story is Christy Michael does this Mary Magdalene Easter ceremony, and Jeffrey came to her in a dream and in meditation and said, I want to be part of your ceremony. I didn't get it when I was on the plane, on this 3D plane, but now I get what you're doing and I want to be a part. So please have Debra there, and I'm going to give blessings by fusing with her and giving blessings through her. And Celestine also came to her and said, I want to be part of it. And Celestine was young and beautiful. And so they both said they wanted to be a part of it. And that same day, synchronistically, I got this picture from a friend spontaneously. And that was Deborah Paul, who might be here. So spontaneously, I got this picture sent to me on my phone the same week that they came to her. So this is a synchronistic confirmation that saying, yeah, we're here and we want to be part of sacred ceremony, and we're still here with you. And that doesn't mean they aren't out doing all their other things, but they are still with us somewhat. And then the next thing I had to deal with was my Queen Sheba, who was my kitty, who's my beloved, my heart. I was looking for a cat. She showed up on my doorstep about 12 years ago and said, I think I want to live here. And she was amazing. I was told we were together in Egypt, and she was just such an amazing, loving, present kitty. And my spiritual guide said she would be going in a couple months, and I didn't believe it because she seemed okay. But she did pass a couple months ago. And this is her arising up into the heavens, and that's Queen Sheba as she is now on the other planes. And I also had a message from Queen Sheba. I asked Lori Spagna, who's an animal communicator, if she could talk to Queen Sheba and give me a message. And I had a 1 hour Zoom message from Queen Sheba with a lot of stuff. It was totally amazing. But what I can tell you that may be helpful for you is she said that she didn't want me to cry for her, that when I'm in sadness and crying for her, it tethers her back to the 3D plane. And I think that's true for all our beloveds. And she told me to be really aware because I'm going to be going into a new phase of life and that I'm not going to be a doing anymore. I'm going to be a being. And she wanted me to remind her, she wanted to remind me of what she was constantly teaching me in presence and being. So I just want to honor the grief of losing those that you love. And I know a lot of you have experienced that. And I just want to say, when I go into my grief and I may have tears, I go deep into those tears and I try to not think about them not being here or my sadness, but I drop into the love that I shared with these amazing beings and the gratitude that I have of these amazing beings. And what I can say is this process has exploded my heart. And that's my gift, is because my heart has been totally exploded open. And when you see me next, you'll see me more of a heart being than ever before. And that's one of the bottom lines of the ascension process now. So I'm going to go into sharing with you about my cancer experience now. And that was a truckload of lemons that I got a year and a half ago when I got a diagnosis for a double mastectomy. And I want to honor everyone here who's got a diagnosis of cancer or their beloved has, because it's really challenging. It impacts your whole life. You have to prioritize it, figure out what to do. And everyone and their brother and sister has a remedy for you. It gets really confusing and overwhelming. And I asked my higher self, what's going on? I don't want this. Why am I getting this? I want to work on my missions. I want to work on my passions. I want to move forward my ascension. And I heard my inner voice saying, yes, that's why you call this forward. So yes, cancer, how a life-threatening disease can be a diagnosis, a life-threatening diagnosis can be a catalyst for radical healing and conscious evolution. So I call it healing cancer and the awakening. And why am I sharing about my story? Because I went public on Facebook and I'm doing some talks on it. Potentially I'm going to create a guide for it. Well, one of my primary missions is to support the planetary and personal awakening. And cancer is at epidemic levels now. And I deeply support healing on all levels, which is the path to awakening. And truth has been blocked. The truth of holistic healing remedies has been blocked, but disclosure is happening now, even for that. And everything that happens to us can inspire deep transformation. The awakening is accelerating now, and we are all in this together. So my story is I was diagnosed a double mastectomy, which stage 0 on my left breast, stage 1 on the right. That was with Kaiser. That's what they gave me. That felt extreme. I didn't think I was hearing all my options. I decided to choose inquiry over fear. I decided to pause, question, and go deeper. I committed fully to understanding and healing, and that decision changed everything. And I started thinking, why am I only consulting with the surgeon after my treatment? They didn't even have me talk to an oncologist. They just said, cut them off. Will removing my breast really heal the cause of cancer? Or is it going to come back? And why did I get cancer? I was a poster girl for health, holistic health, my whole life. And I know people who have healed from cancer. And how did they do it? Is this a calling for my soul to escalate my healing to a whole new level? Or is this another path to awakening? And what are really all my options? I know there's lots of whole healing modalities out there. And why this is not my plan, or was it my soul plan? I am fucking overwhelmed. Where do I begin? So cancer became my next wake-up call, like I haven't had many in this life, to take complete ownership of my healing, completely body, mind, spirit. And I had to realize up to then I was not totally in charge, but I was letting the surgeon direct my healing. I'd always pursued a healthy life, but cancer showed me that I was still out of balance, and that with the ascension, it's about coming totally into balance. So I chose to heal on all levels and raise my vibration so I'm not a host for cancer. And that's exactly what's being called for in one's personal ascension now. So the lesson one that I want to share with you on anything like this is to open up your receiving channels, any kind of diagnosis like this, and especially for women, because a lot of our illnesses are coming from overgiving, giving too much. So I really got that I needed to open up my receiving channels and start to receive if I was going to heal, receive the healing, receive the guidance and intuition, receive support emotionally and financially, and open fully to love. And when I opened up my receiving channels, then things started to shift. And so I completely addressed my healing physically, my physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual bodies. Now, this was obviously not new information. All of us have been around this for a while, but there's a fine tuning that can happen really when you work on this kind of thing. And so my soul was asking for total refinement of this. And understanding the root causes, because why I'm leading a healthy life. And so I go into a lot of depth around this when I do my presentations, but I just want to share with you that environmental toxins are really one of the keys to why we're all getting ill, why our society is getting ill. I found out I had very high mold and very, very high glyphosate. And those have been shown to cause breast cancer, as I dealt with a naturopath who correlated that. And these are the other causes of cancer: is poor nutrition, inflammatory foods, sugar is a cause for cancer, of course, chronic stress, unresolved trauma, the vaccination, some of them, EMF, cell phones, and spiritual misalignment. And you can learn how to eat cancer-reducing foods. There's so much information on this. And there's so many therapies. Ivermectin, mebendazole, medicinal mushrooms, mistletoe therapy is something I've used. There's a lot that can assist, but you want to work with a practitioner who can test exactly where you're at and personalize your protocol. And I go into this much more. And I also want to say you don't let go of traditional medicine. Traditional medicine has a lot of information, a lot of things that may need to happen. You may need chemo. So it's not always you go just on the path. You really have to take yourself on and work with it. And in my presentations and what I hope to share, I'll share much more about that. And just to be clear, the most powerful medicine was love. I asked my spiritual guide, Camille Maurice, to rate everything, every supplement I took, every therapy I did, everything, from 20% to 100%. And she told me that the most powerful thing I did was receive love from the community. And that's because I did go out there, I did share people on Facebook, and people did pray for me. I saw people in Whole Foods that would come up to me and say, Debra, you're in my prayers every morning in my meditation. So just know of the power of love in healing. And I am doing a presentation now called Healing Cancer and the Awakening, because I feel called to share this information. Because when you get a diagnosis, it's crazy, it's confusing, and there really is a way that you can sort out what you need. I gave this presentation at Conscious Life Expo, at New Living Expo, at Energy Wave Center. And next, I'm going to give it in Sebastopol at the Wellness Fair, Saturday, October 1st at 2:30 p.m., which is the Center for the Arts, the old Vets building, if you want to see me live. And soon I'm going to share an online presentation. I'll let all of you know that signed up so you can kind of see the full presentation that I give. And I hope to create the Cancer Recovery Guide, which will start with what do you do when you get a diagnosis. It will have research, survivor stories. We'll rate all the therapies and just kind of how to go through it. And my intention is to offer it for free or by donation, so it's accessible for everyone. Because when you get cancer, it's also a finance problem, because to get alternative treatment does cost money. So I want to do this. I want it to be crowdfunded, and I don't want to have to pay for it because I paid for too many things I've created with my time, energy, and money. I would like to see it funded by the people who are going to receive it and who want to see their beloveds receive it. So I want to talk a little bit now about staying vital and alive, because if you're going to go through all this trouble to heal from cancer and be 72 years old and go into your 80s and 90s, and I really think we have the opportunity to go into hundreds, 120s and all that with all this coming through. What is the key to staying healthy, alive, rejuvenated, and young? And so I've taken that on with myself as a definite mission, and I want to share with you my tips for staying young. Okay. First one is to live your passion. I think passion is really what keeps you alive. And your passion can be anything: creative arts, how you serve, what you love, nature, everything. But living in passion to me is one of the most critical things. When I go to my reunion, my high school reunion, I can tell people we're all the same age, and some are really old and some are not. And it's because you talk to them, they live their passion. They live their passion. The other persons have just kind of stopped and gotten sedentary. And you have to invest in your health. It's kind of like a job now where you've got to, know your diet, know what works for you, know how to eat healthy, immediately address imbalances. And this is really important, is move every day, because it's the movement, the circulation, it's the chi, it's the circuitry that keeps your body alive. And when you stop moving, that's when people get old in their body. If you keep moving, I work out every day, or at least go for a walk or something like that, especially because I sit at a computer a lot. So I have to do this every day. Live with the glass half full. Just see the positive, live in the half full life, because it's your choice to see what's wrong or see all your blessings. And stay positive and live in the love frequency. That's what we're all going towards now as we go from this world into the new world, from 3D to 5D. We're going into the love frequency. So just live that now. That's how we want to live. We are not our age, we are our energy. And so I'll just share some of my passions with you. Of course, many of you knew my passion is supporting community. So Harmony Festival I did from 1978 to 2011. That's Angelique Kidjo and me with her up on stage. And that's some of the crowd shots. I also have Wishing Well Portal, which is my email newsletter where I share the top things. I have the Transformational Events Guide and Energy Wave Center. This is me on stage dancing at the Harmony Festival because they couldn't kick me off. I got to go on stage whenever I wanted and dance to Taj Mahal or whatever I wanted. So that was one of my payoffs for doing the Harmony Festival. And here's an incredible shot. This was announcing that we couldn't continue at the 34th. We did 33 years of the Harmony Festival, and it was epic. And I know a lot of you were there. It was incredible. And I honor all the people all the community that helped me create that. There's been nothing like it since. It was just amazing. And I wrote a book, Activate Your Soul Tribe, that's still available. It's free as a download as Activate Your Soul Tribe. You can also get it on Amazon, but it's really how I utilize Soul Tribe to create everything I did, and describing what Soul Tribe is, how we incarnate together, what the soul family is, and how you have soul contracts that you come in with your Soul Tribe. And I wrote a book called Ascension Tips. I did this during COVID. And this was, you can download it for free, ascensionnow.org. It's 88 tips that describe the ascension process that we're in now in 4 different categories: the awakening, transmutation, soul embodiment, and the divine human in the new earth. And all this is happening now. It's really crazy. Soul embodiment is really what's accelerating in the ascension now. And because of that, I'm going to edit it and do a whole new version. So, I mean, this is in my belly. This is going to come out in a month or two. It's going to be a new version of the ascension tips and really talk about all the acceleration of the awakening of the ascension that's happening now. So that's what's going to be coming. And I want to honor Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe. Scott and I did 94 shows, I think it was. We had the top people on there. We had 50,000 people at times watching from all over. We did it every Saturday night. Scott's an amazing partner on this. He's going to come up and say hi shortly, but I love you, Scott, for this crazy thing that we did and that you've continued it. And we'll talk about that when you come on. Wishing Well Portal, that's my newsletter. And my amazing assistant and I have segmented it so you can get what you want in different categories. And I always keep on top of what the top transformational events, online programs, latest spiritual and evolutionary, whatever, biohacking, everything we have on our newsletter. And so if you haven't been on it and want to check it out, please subscribe. We don't send you what you do want. We can keep you at a low subscription, or you can get everything. And I created the transformational events guide because all the events, they got shut down at COVID. And no one knew what was coming again or not. So I have a guide, transformationalevents.com, that has all the transformational events. There's about 150 of them. And there's a magazine that we have, the Top 10 Transformational Events magazine. And you can order that, and it showcases the top events. We have issue 1 and issue 2. And then we have Wishing Well Promotions, where I share my list and help market selectively certain people that go on my list. So if that's something that you're looking for, you can connect with us on that. And I have the Energy Wave Center in Sebastopol still, Frequency Medicine Center with the EE system. Amazing healings. The last one I heard about was Yvette, who had a heart condition, got an operation. They damaged her heart even more. She had to have another operation, but instead she came to the Energy Wave Center and got a series of sessions, went back to have her operation, and they said she didn't need it anymore. That's the kind of thing that happens with the frequency medicine healing. And the other thing I was sharing with people is American Biodental, which is the center I go to that has really great dentistry and holistic care. And with my promo code, you can get free x-rays and free cleaning. And I'm going to send you an email after this and give you all these links so you have them, so you don't have to remember about doing this. And I want to, so much gratitude to my production team. Alan Stenbeck is my tech guru now. Jessica Schwanks, she's been with me for almost 10 years now. Ray is helping me with the Energy Wave Center. Mel lives in paradise in Bali, but she helps us. And I mean, you need a team to do these kind of things. And these are super people that do this. I want to honor Chatty Cathy. She's my AI assistant. Now, now look at her. She's a little spooky, and I want to say that I only use her as an assistant. She is not taking over my life. She is not taking over my brain. She's not taking over my creativity. She's just going to help me. And I just want to caution on this explosion of AI now. As we know, there's the transhuman agenda and the organic ascension timeline, and I'm on the organic ascension. But I've heard that as we up level, there is going to be an organic AI coming in to assist us. That's a whole other program. But Chatty Cathy is helping me now. I support things like Mother Miracle School in India. I went over and saw them, and then went to Kumbh Mela, which was right next door. But I do things like this, and I invite you to. This is my women's group. We've been together for 12 years. I just encourage women to either join a group or create a group. I created this group with two other women. We've been together 12 years. We meet once a month. We also have outings that we go to. We also have retreats that we do. It's really important for the women to gather. And I'm going to start hosting Women's Temple Night in my home again, like I did several years ago, pre-COVID. So a lot of you can get invited to that if you live in Sebastopol or nearby. And little known fact, I had a UFO encounter in 2012 with a good friend, spiritual guide, and it was amazing. That's a whole other story, but that's part of my connection with the galactics. And I want to honor His Holiness Dalai Lama. He has the same person as me. He's turning 91, and he's pretty vital there still as well. So I want to honor that. I want to honor some of the greats who have passed. Ram Dass, our teacher from the very beginning. Jean Houston just passed. She's amazing. David Wilcock, he came to Harmony Festival in 2009. An amazing being, just an amazing, brilliant being. Jesse Colin Young, who performed at the Christmas Fair, has also passed. Louise Hay, and of course, Barbara Marx Hubbard, who is one of our leaders so much. I want to honor some of the leaders of our soul tribe so much. Michael Gosney, Joe Bullock, Kitty Wells, and Michael Stillwater, who just passed. Some of my other soul tribe, Martin Masters, Yassos, Sandra Hay, Una Morier, Jeff Cause, Ellen Hardman. And this is some of the soul tribe that has recently transitioned. Francis Rico, Lucky Oding, Randy Kwan, amazing performer locally, Yeshi, and Gabrielle Gatuda. She was the manager of the Energy Wave Center. So she was another one of my cohorts that passed. Also, I would like to stop for a few minutes and use this love fest that we're in now to send healing to Debbie Solaris. She's an amazing teacher, leader, Akashic Records guide, ET contact. She, when I talked to her on Friday, or over the weekend, she was in the hospital with a brain bleed. So if we could just have a moment of silence and just open our hearts and send Debbie love right now for the healing of the brain bleed that she has. So we'll just pause for a minute and send her love.
Can you put her in your third eye, please, and envision her?
Yes. And we see Debbie as healing, well, beautiful, vital, sending all the help she needs from our love and all her guides, all her galactic support and guides. And we love you, Debbie. We love and appreciate the work that you do in the world. And we see you as healed and back with us doing your work. And so be it, and so it is. And so one last thing that I'll share with you, if you want to give me a gift for my birthday, this is what I'm asking, to donate to the Cancer Recovery Guide. I hope to do this, but one of my reasons for getting cancer is overgiving. And with so many projects like Harmony Festival, I gave. I would actually get up at 2 a.m. in the morning and go to bed at 10 for 4 months in a row to create Harmony Festival and get paid probably $1 an hour. But that was my mission, and so many other projects. And I can't do that. I need to create this in a different way. So I invite you to donate to this, and I'm going to produce it at the level that I get funded. And I can do it at the beginning level, or I can go all out because I know how to do these kind of things. And I plan to put in there for sure as a first level, helping people that are newly diagnosed and to sort out what to do because it's so confusing, making it really simple for them. And this is not going to be a book. This is going to be a platform because people don't read books. They end up on their, on their bedstand. This is going to be a platform where they can easily find what they need to know now. And I'm going to have AI help. It's going to talk about the root causes so people can understand why they got cancer. It'll have integrative and holistic healing resources and how to navigate through them. I'm going to have survivor stories because those are so important to know how people did heal themselves. There's a lot of people in our community that did heal themselves. How did they heal themselves? And it's going to be hopefully AI powered, so it's really easy to use. So your donation is going to help fund website development, integrated knowledge, have me have assistants that I can pay, have me do the interviews, the survival stories, and get technical support. It's at supportcancerrecoveryguide.com, supportcancerrecoveryguide.com. So I invite you to donate to me, and then I will go forward and create an amazing resource. And I've asked Chatty Cathy, is there anything like this? Because I don't want to recreate the wheel. And she says, no, there's nothing that pulls it all together. I am going to refer different programs that are totally things that you could look at. I'm not going to recreate the wheel, but I'm going to give you a place to start and understand how to heal and prevent cancer. So thank you so much for being with me. We're going to continue on to the next part of it. Thank you for celebrating with me. Be on the lookout for an email to invite you to coming events, and I'll send you an email with this replay. And hopefully I'm going to continue doing outrageous stuff like this birthday party many years to come, because that's what I love to do. And just thank you and love you. Love you so much. All right. So I'm going to bring up 4 people now that I totally love and respect to share some with you. And first, I want to start with Scott. So Scott, can you put us both on there?
Here we are.
All right. So Scott's been a friend of mine. He's one of those old friends from probably 40 years ago, 30 years ago. We've been in the same community, and at COVID, we just came together and we had a mission that was really strong. And then it completed at a certain level, and he continued it with the Awakening World, and it's been amazing shows. He's continued since 2022 when we stopped. So I love you, Scott. He's helping me host this. He's running all the tech behind the scenes. And I'd love for you to just share from your heart, whatever you feel called.
Yeah, thank you, Deborah. First of all, thank you for the wonderful presentation, and it's very beautiful. And yeah, I am one of the people that loved Harmony Festival. I was going to it pretty much from the beginning. Um, and it got to the point where the start of summer was always the second weekend of June when Harmony Festival was happening. That was always kind of for our tribe, the start of summer. And I thought something that would be fun is for all of you in the Zoom room right now, if you ever attended the Harmony Festival, just put the online raised hand. If you We're all on computers. If you take a look down in your toolbar, you can just click raise hand. And let's take a look. I'm going to go to gallery view for a moment. Look at all those hands that are up of all the people that were at Harmony Festival. And wasn't it still to this day the best festival ever? It was just the right size, amazing community, amazing musical artists, Sean Anderson and Jefferson Starship, and just all the love. And Deborah, take that in. Look at how many of your friends here were deeply touched by the Harmony Festival, which was
Yeah,
such
the
a
gang's all here.
yeah. Okay, so let's all lower our hands again because I'm going to ask another question. Um, so how many of you, when COVID hit and we were like really stuck at home and we didn't know how long it was going to be. How many of you tuned in to Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe and found that to be a source of staying connected to communities? The same thing. Please raise your hands and let's take a look, Deborah, at who in this room. Wow, well, everybody on page one and just about everybody on page two as I'm going through. And so many of us met each other and grew closer during those years. I see Jan Kaplan is with us. And, Jan and her partner Jay were a very, very big part of Saturday Night Live. And of course, our beloved Jay Mayer has also recently passed. So, anyway, it's fun, Deborah, isn't it, to see. And the point that I wanted to do with this is to help you see how you have touched people's lives. Everyone who's here tonight on a Monday night, on a Tuesday night, they're here because you've touched their life in some way or another. So I'd like to encourage people now to put in the chat box, what's one way that Debra Giusti has touched or changed your life? Okay, let's do that. What's one way that Deborah has touched and changed your life? And I'm going to open up the chat box and just ask everybody to put something in there.
I'll have to
I like,
change, have to
yeah,
stay
we'll save
that
the
box.
chat. We'll save the chat.
Yeah.
I'm going to read just a few. Anadea Judith says, she inspired me as a feminine leader. And that's really saying something because Anadea is a very significant leader in our world. Um, uh, in wonderful gatherings in her living room, I could always feel her passionate heart. So many ways. Dance, dance, dance. She invited me to share various cool experiences together. Deborah's courage rippling into my life. She loves us all so much. Harmony Festival, Healing Gift, inspired me from the time we met with her. Uplifting vision for humanity. And just keep on writing those, everybody. Keep on writing those. I'm going to wrap up my section in a minute while you continue to write. But some of you may not know that we just lost another wonderful beloved brother. I just learned today that Kelly Bryson passed away.
Oh,
And for those of you who knew Kelly, he was just the sweetest, sweetest soul. He was struggling with Parkinson's in the last few years of his life, so I'm imagining that he's relieved to be out of his body temple. But I want to add Kelly to the list of beloveds who are no longer with us. And Deborah, you're going to have a great time reading all the chat communications to you. So I'm glad I got to be the first
oh,
person to share. I love you,
thank
Deborah, and I know you've got three
you.
other beloveds to bring up next.
Yeah. And next I want to bring up my sister, Anadea Judith. Um, I love her so much because, like Scott said, she's a leader. She's out there in the world doing her mission, not only with her incredible chakra teachings, but she has a vision for the world that really is in her heart that she works for. She's part of my women's group, and we've known each other forever. She used to live in Sonoma County, now lives in Nevada, but we've been around each other's lives for a long time. So, and today I just love for you to share what's ever in your heart and a special anything of how to thrive in this crazy world.
Yeah, thank you, Deborah, and thank you, everyone. What an honor to be able to celebrate this woman. This woman who has been such a stand for community, for love, for creating events of magic and mystery, for embodying the divine feminine in her leadership, for being patient and loving and elevating everyone around her. And this is the model of what we need right now. Sure, we are all looking at this world and we are tearing our hair out. Oh my God, what did this idiot do this time? And what happened here? And oh my God, it's going down, it's being destroyed. And the destroyer archetype has come onto the planet. And this is the end times of an old world. I think we all know this in our heart. We all know that that world wasn't sustainable. It had to go, that democracy was not just going to the polls once every 4 years, that it's more of an involvement, it's more of a community. And so while this old world is dying, it's natural to like want to put all your attention there and read the news and go, oh my God. But that attention is a distraction. And the thing is, it's a distraction from something ever more beautiful, which is that underneath all that, a new world is forming. It is rising. It is connecting. And it's like, you know, when the old tooth starts to wobble and then it gets sore and painful, it's because a new tooth is pushing up and pushing it out. So we have this rising that is coming in our community. And this distraction to read the news and how awful it is taking our attention away from this kind of community that we're building, the people who are here on this call and the evolutionary leaders and the people who are doing amazing things in the world. There are so many of us. And we're doing the work of trying to achieve peace and saving the environment and working for democracy and working for social justice and, you know, working to connect to the extraplanetary intelligence and all of the different things that are coming. There are thousands and millions of people doing this, but that's not where the public attention is, because we are still forming underneath. So it's a crime that we're distracted from this beauty that we are creating. And so what we, you know, while the rest of the world is watching the colors of the sunset and going, wow, isn't that great, not really realizing there's a coming darkness, we are the ones that have to be turning toward the dawn, maybe meditating through the night and turning toward the dawn and calling in with our imagination the world we know in our hearts is possible. And to call in the new paradigm that Debra has always taken a stand for, and I've known you decades. And it's always been a stand for community, for bringing people together, for treating each other with love and respect, for standing in the mystery, for opening and trusting and doing it even when it hurts and keeping on going no matter what and keeping that vision. To create something for the common good, to create a world that's better, a world that can inspire us to hope and in which we can thrive. So let's honor the people that give more than they take, that create instead of destroy, those who unite rather than divide, because this is where we're going. And Debra Giusti, you do all of that. And you are a model for all of us. And I love you. I respect you. I honor you. You are an empress. You are a goddess. And happy, happy birthday from all of us that are creating this new world.
Thank you, Anadea. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Mwah.
Okay, now I'm going to bring up someone who's not from our West community, but he's from my conference community, because we are at every conference in the world, especially those that honor the galactic realities, which I'm very connected with, and that's Alan Steinfeld. He has New Realities TV, and he's been a way shower forever and a really good, deep friend and a crazy man as well. And I just love him. So I wanted you to come on, share whatever you want. And the biggest thing that's happening now is this disclosure, which we've been waiting for 40 years, and it's really gaining speed now. So just, you're on the front lines of all of that. So I just wanted to give a little bit of info for the people of what's happening with that.
Well, first I want to say, Debra, I'm honored to have been asked to speak about you with all the people that you know and known, and the thousands that have come to your event, and the emails you send out to inform our global community about the latest events that we can all come together as a community, as a global community. And I have to say, I see, I mean, I've always known that your life has been dedicated to community. This is in a very humble way. It's like you're not out in front and say, look at me. It's like you bring people together, and that's the magic you do. And then you just kind of oversee it all. And that is that's a huge gift for all of us. So your life has been dedicated to community. I mean, I'm sorry I never made it to a Harmony Festival. It looked like a real lot of fun. And, and the other way that you're a leader is that you go 100%, 1,000%, whatever you believe in, you are all out. That's like with your healing, but also with the Harmony Festival, with staying up for days, with sending emails. When I worked with you on the Making Contact series, we put together a 6-part series about this book and all the speakers that were in that book. It was a great lesson for me to work with someone who's all out 100% in whatever you're doing. And that changed my work ethic. It's like you do it fully, full on, completely, no matter what it is. And whether it's healing or writing a book or doing a talk, it's like you go through every little detail of whatever it is you're involved with and give it your full attention. That was a beautiful lesson for me to work with you and be part of that experience of putting together something with you. So thank you, Debra, for being the humble teacher and way shower and passionate light that finds something that works and you want to share it with everyone. That's a leader. It's not about you. It's about, look what I found, gang, world. This is what I want to share. These are the gems that have been of value to you. And now you, in a beautifully giving way, you share it with everyone. So I just wanted to say that's a real leader and an inspirational muse and guide to all of us here. That's why, there's 100 people here to celebrate your birth and more, probably online. So thank you. And I'm honored to be a part of your world. And yes, we meet at conferences because what else is there to do except compare notes about what's happening around the world and how to move it forward. And yes, disclosure, if we want to call it that, is a reality. It is something we've been waiting for. A lot of people have been waiting for since they were born, or even 80 years in the making. And finally, the government is cracking open and saying, guess what? I don't really say, guess what? We've been lying, but this is what it really comes down to. We have not been telling you the truth. There is extraterrestrial life visiting this planet. Absolutely. They're releasing the files. They're coming out with the truth. And me and you and people probably here are saying to our family, I told you so. But this is our I told you so moment, because for me, it's like we're living in a science fiction movie. Who would have thought that would really happen? I mean, we hope for it. And now the truth is arriving, and that really changes the foundation of our world. It shows us that what we believe in, we can make happen no matter what. I mean, we've been denied the truth for so long, and now it's being revealed because of our community and lots of people around the world working hard to hold the truth that they know is real. And that's the gift of holding truth as a high honor. And so what we always knew is true. And these beings, I think, if you looked at the Spielberg movie, and I'm that's just his version of it, Disclosure Day, but he says it's really about compassion and empathy. I'm not saying it's just because he said it, but he's collected information from a lot of people and he's put it together. But other people, experiences we know, have said this is about compassion, love, and helping the human race evolve to the next level of what we are capable of being. If you talk to experiences, I think I've been experienced, there's a level of mind expansion. There's a level of intuition, telepathy, knowing, love, expansion That is the real disclosure. It's not really what the government is releasing. Oh, yeah, there's UFOs and there's radar footage. No, the real disclosure is that we are part of a greater cosmic love and consciousness that will be the new way of life for human beings on this planet. We won't be controlled by the forces that have denied us those truths and those realities. It's the empowering of each individual, all of us, to say, I am an eternal star being and my consciousness is forever. This is what I've learned when I teach remote viewing. So the infinite nature of the human being is what really is being disclosed now. And when we know that, we can meet the others on an even playing field. They're not greater than us. We have the same soul capacity. And when we realize who we really are, then maybe that's the Aquarian age. Maybe peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. And so this is the age we're coming into, the age of awakening, the age of enlightenment. And leaders like you, Deborah, and Scott, and a lot of people, Amadea, and all the people that have dedicated their lives to something bigger than themselves are now seeing, in a way, the rewards of that passion, because it's been a passion. So there's more to say, but thank you. That's my inspiration.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for your passion in this topic for so long. And that's his book, Making Contact, that he created several years ago, that has a lot of the top UFO teachers and revealers and contactees. And
Well,
appreciate
I'll
it.
see you soon at another conference, I'm
Oh,
sure.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Deborah. Happy birthday and you're looking incredible. You are glowing and radiating. So really, thanks so
And
much.
I didn't really share with you all, I have healed 100% in my left breast and about 65% in my right. So I am on the healing path and I do plan to heal completely. I don't think I gave the punchline there that I want to share.
Well,
So
you are looking amazing. You really are, like, shining out. So
yeah,
thank you.
thank you. And next, I'm going to bring up one more person in alignment with that theme, and that is Vivian Chauvet. She is an incredible being. I met Vivian probably 15 years ago when she was just coming out. It was me and Celestine at a UFO conference, and I went and I saw her speak, and I went, wow, she's got cutting edge, leading edge information about what's going on with the planet, with our ascension, with everything. And then just kept following her until now, where she has the Arcturian University, because this is an amazing person. Vivian is an Arcturian hybrid. So she, with her family and her Arcturian family, decided for her to have an incarnation on the planet here during this very important time to be an ascension teacher. She was conceived in the ships with an Arcturian father and a human mother. And this was all planned for eons for her to come down here and do this. And I've known her and been a sister to her ever since and been studying with her, and her information continually grows. She is one of the top ascension teachers that I follow, that is always there. So I brought her on as a sister and just to give some words about the escalated ascension that's happening now during these crazy times.
Deborah, Deborah, my dear, thank you so much for such a loving and genuine introduction. The word ascension today means, first and foremost, happy birthday to you. The word ascension, it's a huge, energetic, conscious umbrella that encompasses everything. And from an intergalactic perspective, we understand that it brings the energy of galactic contact, interdimensional reality. It's about genetic marker awakening. It's about genetic conscious memories resurfacing to the global consciousness of this planet. It's about ascension symptoms, whether it's deep clearing, physical movement, emotional purging, emotional and mental expansion, contraction. It's about stepping into higher consciousness. It's about rediscovering that we all are multidimensional beings, an infinite being, and everything is in a constant state of constant evolution and expansion from a quantum perspective. The good news on this deep celebration of you, as I can feel so many interdimensional beings and galactic star teachers and masters are communicating through me, as you know that I am genetically engineered to hold these frequencies along with my Arcturian self. We want to give you some words of encouragement. Everything that you work for, personally for you, Debra, everyone on this call, everyone watching, tuning in, being on your path, no matter how old you are physically, is irrelevant. Everything that you have done on the planet collectively as a species is bearing fruits. So what we're seeing right now is we're seeing some of the old timeline collapsing, and we want to see that happening. This is good news. These old timeline collapsing means that you're finally setting yourself free from old patterns, miscreation, misalignment, for millennia, eons of miscreation. You're finally releasing yourself from it. You're releasing yourself from ancestral obligations. You're releasing yourself from galactic obligations from a perspective of your DNA architectural design evolving beyond the karmic lessons of your galactic brothers and sisters. And that means your galactic selves. You are also shifting into, like you mentioned, a more organic timeline of evolution where you're stepping into the understanding that in reality, you have everything your soul needs to fulfill and become sovereign or return to be a sovereign being, a sovereign species as humanity is, and finally being able to allowing Gaia herself to return to her natural celestial ascended self as a beautiful garden, a Eden of life, and be able to return into that harmonic energy. So we're at that point. And that's why when we look into these old timeline releasing themselves, the collapse that is taking place, it explains some of the ascension symptoms. It explains some of the profound change we can feel in ourselves, and also explaining why some healing is taking place so deeply. Thank you, my friend Sherry. And you can tell that many of us, we are the ancient ones who have returned boots on the ground. We're saying it's time to return to us, and the infinite galactic light forces are excited to put a human emotion to it, excited to reconnect with their brother and sister of the new earth and the new frequencies of this planet, and let you know that not only you have everything you need to fulfill completely your soul purpose. And Debra, in honor of your birthday, you are a prime shining example of that purpose, the rising, the making a delicious lemonade, and the nectar of ascension, which you continue to extract, teach, inspire so many. And it is a privilege for the Arcturian delegation and myself as the ambassador to continue this path of planetary ascension with you and so many others like Walker and Ancient Ones, all of you watching right now. So happy birthday and happy new life cycle.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Vivian.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. So those are some of my favorite people, and I have a lot of favorite people, but I hope their words of wisdom to you were helpful.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, did you guys have a good chat with whoever who Zoom decided to put you in with?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it was great.
Oh, good.
The random ways of the universe work their magic.
It is always amazing how that happens, isn't it? Well, I just found Debra, so I'm going to spotlight her. Whoops.
That
Very,
was fun.
very interesting, Scott.
That was great.
There she is.
Thanks, Deborah.
Very cool. Okay, so we can still hang out. What I'd love to do is just to bring some high vibe in, and I would like Omashar to do a song for us.
Hey.
He's on Awakening World every time and works with Scott. He's one of the most amazing musicians that I love. So I'd like us to really experience and just feel and move our energy. And then after that, I'm going to invite Steve Behrman, or possibly Swami's going to come, and we're going to just close for anyone who wants to be done at that point, because I want to honor that I said it was 8:30. But what we're going to do then is allow people to come up after that. We're going to stay on and speak to the whole group, so we can kind of all be in the crowd together and speak. You can say whatever you want about me, the event, or especially how do you thrive in this crazy and amazing world, and just kind of hear from our community here. So we'll just go on until we're like complete, and you'll just raise your hand and Scott will have you come up and you'll speak for a little bit. So, but now I'd love for us to just get into the vibe. And also, this is a time where you can donate to my funding platform if you've wanted to donate to support Cancer Recovery Guide. I would love that. That would give me a green light to go forward.
Can you hold something up that we can copy it down or to screenshot it or something?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat room right now, the link. And I will also...
Oh, it has to stay up longer.
I will also put it on there. It's Cancer Recovery Guide. Wait, that's not it. Oh, oops.
There it is.
It's support. 1 second. Let me...
Even without the support, Deborah, it works fine. Just cancerrecoveryguide.com does work.
Oh, it does.
I just made a donation there myself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess we did that. Okay.
Cancer Recovery Guide.
Okay, but for now, we're going to just relax, go into our hearts, and hear the beautiful music of Omashar as he's going to blow my mind like he did last time. With
and I want to remind everybody that this is an opportunity to get up and move and groove and dance. I'm sure that
there you go.
Deborah will be doing that. So move and groove to the music, and I will be spotlighting you, those who get up and dance. Or
yes,
dance
indeed. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
So I had the blessing of being in the same room as Mr. I've already forgotten his name, Miraculi, the Astarius, who did the amazing I Am affirmation rap that got plagiarized around the world that I've been listening to for 2 decades. Holy smoke. And this is amazing. Happy solar return, beloved. And this is a dance song, so headphones or speakers are much better than iPhones and computer speakers, but this is a chance to put your booty on, and if you're ready, here we go.
Creation, life is what you make it. Sometimes you have to fake it to walk upon a new path, to set yourself free. Freedom is our birthright. Together we will take flight and open the horizons of this new reality. Love the life you live the life you love. Wake up, it's time for us to make up and walk the same direction, the one in which we're rising as one world family. The earth itself is changing, our lives are rearranging to ones of joy and laughter, of peace and harmony. Live the life you love, bring yourself to life, Bring yourself to love. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Love yourself to life. Give yourself to love. And now the choice is made. We hear the call to freedom. Our lights will reveal all. There are no shadows, no fall.
Wow, that's the background.
Happy birthday, Debra. Happy solar return.
This nation, the one in which we're living, the one in which we're loving, the one in which we're giving our life force to all. Our sisters and our brothers are lifting one another, respecting all of nature and seeing the you in me, seeing the you in me, seeing the you in me. Seeing the you in me. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Bring yourself to life. Bring yourself to love. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Love yourself to life. Give yourself to love. Creation. Freedom. Wake up. Birthday. This nation.
That's the best way to do it.
Thank you.
That was so fun. That was beautiful.
That was great. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Great
thank
song, Omashar.
you. Yay.
Love the lyrics, especially.
He's an amazing musician.
My
Want to show
pleasure.
how we can
I
get
just
your
had
music?
to change the mic source. So oh, here we go.
Thank you.
Oh.
So, Omashar, you're in touch with Astarias. He's in Sedona, right?
Well, no, I was actually what happened was I was in the Zoom room breakout right now with Astarias, and I've known him through his music for all these years. And however, that was the first time I met him in so-called real life. So there we are.
You just reminded me to get.
There we are, right there, brother.
Yeah,
Astarias. Astarias.
I think the trees make an even better flag. I like the
Yeah,
trees.
peace and infinite blessings, beloved.
I was just saying I wanted to get back in touch with Astarias because Astarias, when he mentioned your name and we started dancing, and he talked about how you created this beautiful piece of music. It instantly reminded me of when we performed together to your beautiful.
Oh, that's heaven over there, huh?
That's right.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I appreciate love you from way, way back.
Still here, still on the planet,
Beautiful.
still dancing the dream awake.
Beautiful. Well, since you brought me forward, I want to just respond to your question, Deborah, about, as you said, the crazy world. And also before that, happy eternal birth to you,
Mhm.
and I'm celebrating you from your origin, which is the beginningless beginning. You extend all the way from the beginningless beginning to the endless end. And relative to this world, I just bless it. I bring forgiveness. I bring love, and I shift the dial of my awareness to all of the elder versions of our world. Our world is multidimensional, just like we are. It's not just this third dimensional reality, even though that's where we're anchored, and that's where so much of our pain is at. And yet there are multiple versions of this world of ours that is transcended above and beyond all of the craziness. And those are waves of possibility in the quantum field and in our own consciousness. And so I invite the elder versions of our world, and I offer allowance and forgiveness to the craziness and the shadows. And I acknowledge that, but by the grace of the Most High, I could go as deep and dark as anyone. And just feeling the humility of that. And lastly, the craziness of our world will never stay the course of eternity, but we will. And so I'm just grateful to know that. The craziness will not outdistance any one of us. And all of you beloveds out there, I love you so much, and just ask you to remember that you are infinitely more than your pain, infinitely more than your mistakes, infinitely more than any of the difficulties. And I'd love to offer a vocal harmonic. I don't know how clear it would come through, but I'll ask you, Deborah, shall I give it a quick shot of just a vocal harmonic?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Sweet love.
And I want to share with you all that Astarius and I have been on a similar path, because he is healing from some cancer as well. So we're working together on this and supporting each other on this. So.
And the way I language, I am waging victory over cancer. Not doing battle, not waging war, but waging victory.
Beautiful.
And it's been one of the greatest gifts of my life as you bring it forward, Deborah. Even if I had the opportunity to wipe the slate clean and it never happened, I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't trade it. Because my spirit is soaring higher than it has ever soared before, not in spite of it, but because of it. So, great gratitude for all of it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Now we're going to keep bringing people up, and I want to start with Steve Behrman, or maybe Swami. I'm not sure. But I had wanted him to come up and start this section here.
Well, I can.
Oh, I hear him.
Oh, yes, I'm here. Can you see me? Oh, good.
Oh, yay, the Swami has arrived.
Oh, yes. When I first heard that this was Deborah's 72nd birthday party, my first thought was, how can you have a party in 70 seconds? That just doesn't work. But, Deborah, you and I have had many lifetimes together. I've known you a long, long time. In fact, we were lamas in Tibet. Actually, you were a lama. I was a yak. A yak, by the way, is a talking llama. And then, of course, going back to my first lifetime as a Swami, you were a gopi. And you were very, very helpful to me, because when I would be meditating in the cave and couldn't move, I would have you go pee for me. That's what the go pee, go pee, go pee, go pee. Anyway, so that's what happened. And now I want to address the big question that you've put up, which is really how do we regain or keep our equanimity in the situation that's going on all around us? How do we keep calm in the storm? And I have to revert back to the happiest man I ever met, the happiest individual I ever met was a psychiatrist. He was glowing. His face was glowing. He was so filled with joy. I said, "How long have you been practicing psychiatry?" He says, 25 years. I said, 25 years? How can you spend 25 years listening to people's problems and look the way you do? And he said, "Who listens?" So that may be the key, and the secret is to be very, very aware of what you are listening to, of what is attuning your energy, and what is trying to get to your mind, because the heart of the matter is the matter of the heart. So every time we find ourselves going into the head, I say, head for the heart.
Beautiful.
Okay, and we wish you a happy, happy birthday and a long life. And by the way, I think you already know that the secret to living to be 150, did you know what the secret is? I'm
No,
going to
I
tell you.
didn't know.
Postpone your midlife crisis until you're 75.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Namaste, namasko. Goodbye.
Thank you, Swami.
Hey, Deborah, Lori Grace has stopped in and she wants to
Thank
say
you,
hello.
Lori. Yes, I love
I'm
Lori.
so happy to have
Hey.
a few moments with you. And
Oh,
so
thank
happy
you.
that Scott was being so gracious as to let me in. And, we live in the same house now, so that's great. And I'm so happy for you. And I'm so happy for things are going better with that cancer. And
Yeah.
what a thrill for you. And maybe sometime I'd like to listen to how it's been doing well so I can spread it on to others.
Totally. I know you've helped so many people and who
I'm
you
a
are, and I
networker,
will share
so
with you.
yeah. So I'm just so happy for you, and so happy for you having so many people love you and being around you, and oh, that the joy and it's youthifying.
Yeah.
You find, and I'd love to have more of it. And unfortunately, I'm very busy with the issues of our elections,
Yeah.
which could actually be manipulated in a bad way, but I'm working on it. So, but I just being here with you and sharing your joy makes me go back to my work a little better and a brighter. And I just had a voice lesson, which also lightened me up, and a workout with my coach. So all of those things, and just seeing the love that you are receiving right here, right now. Joy gives joy to me. So thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
Blessings. Mwah. I
Love
may
you.
have to go back to work, but I wanted to say hi, and Scott was so happy, so accommodating to me. So thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Who else would love to come up and share whatever you want?
It's easiest if you
Ready to-
raise your hand, your computer hand, like I just did. And that way you go right to the front and I'll see you and I can bring you on.
And you can share anything. Okay, great. Wonderful. Hey, Deborah.
Okay, I just want to say how much I love you. I just so much love. And there are all sorts of things that I'm doing, also leading retreats and doing things, but tonight just celebrating you, and I love hearing what you're doing. I love that you are having victory over the cancer, and really documenting your work. And it is so important because I do healings online with people, spiritual healing and Ayurvedic nutrition healing, and so it is an epidemic. It's an epidemic out there. So it's so important for people to hear from people who have gone through the journey and gotten to the other side. as other friends have. So anyway, I just love you, and I'm so glad to stay in touch. And seeing all my friends, I just want to come back to Sebastopol and visit and say hi to everybody and hug you. So anyway, thank you and love to
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you, Deborah.
Namaste.
Michael B.
Howdy. Well, I'm one of those short-term friends, like 1982 to present. I've seen a lot. I know a lot. Grateful to have such a friend in my life as Deborah. Deborah is a saint on many levels, and she is definitely a real heart-centered being. And I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to be close for so many years. I had the opportunity to photograph her wedding, 11 years of the Harmony Festival, 11 or 12 years of the Christmas Fair, and many, many more things, and continue to have a relationship of joy and fun with her. And I'm just so thankful. It's such a beautiful community we have here in Sebastopol, and Deborah is the queen here. And we're really blessed to have you, Deborah, in our hearts and in our lives. And thank you so much for all that you've brought to this world and continue to bring. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Michael, for being such a good friend too, and helping me garden my property and just being there for all the outrageous conversations we have. You and being a dancing buddy. And there's Christy. Yay.
Deborah, I just have to really mirror back to you how beautiful you look. You know, there's a softness. The older you get, the softer and the sweeter and the more open-hearted and wholehearted you become. And that's really such a tribute to your core values that I totally join you with and support you in. I'm so grateful for how community-minded you are in a very mindful way. And it is a shitstorm out there. And as you know, I've been up against it. I have 4 grandbabies, and I'm like, oh, gotta do what I can to bring in this new earth quick. So I thank you for partnering with me and all the love and support you give the divine feminine and rising the divine feminine. So
yeah, thank you for all your work, Christy.
Yeah, thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Blessing. Happy birthday. Yeah.
Yay, Jarman.
Mute. All right. I can't see myself, but I can see you. Oh, great. Well, Deborah, it's amazing. I'm so glad I came on here because this happens to be my 10th anniversary from my growth experience from cancer. And so many people on here were a part of the support on that, and it's just been amazing. And it really changes your life, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And everywhere I go, I see you. Or even when I went to Mexico to do my teeth, I was talking about Deborah. I go to Soul Play, I see Deborah everywhere I go. And I live in Ashland, Oregon now, so it's not like I see you at the store. So it's just amazing to be a part of this community. That's the main thing that you do. Ever since I think we met in the early 80s, you know, like really a long time ago. And you've always done exactly what everybody says. You've gone for the light and you show other people the light. And this is the most amazing way you could be doing it. And only you has a Zoom birthday with 100 people on it. It's so great. So thank you. Lots of love for you, to your health.
Thank you. Love you. Victoria.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, everybody. Um, I have known you for many years, and what I know of you is the unconditional love that you share, and you're the beacon of light for others to upgrade to that and to inspire us to do that. And recently, I've just written my fourth book, which is on that topic, which is um, Life is a Living Prayer is the name of the title, and it's Unconditional Love is the subtitle. And it's about, and I believe and know that it's time for us as a collective of humanity to upgrade from conditional love to that unconditional love. It's the most potent, powerful force. I've seen miraculous, incredible healings from illnesses, from great people that I've met along my way. And I honor that in you, and I see that in you. And you're an embodiment of that. And so I'm so blessed and honored to know you. And I just want to share that. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Much love.
Thank you.
So, Deborah, I have to do this because Lorian is pushing me as a fellow priestess of Isis. On this day you were born 72 years ago, and with each passing birthday, we've watched you as you've grown to be more full of wisdom, radiant and divine. Oh, dear Deborah, you're a masterpiece, a heavenly design. So may the goddess bless you and keep you all aglow. And we wish you happy birthday and many more to go.
Beautiful. Oh,
I had to sing you the goddess birthday song.
Thank you.
Lorian was like, sing her the goddess birthday song. She, the fellow priestess of Isis. Happy birthday. This was a joy.
Thank you.
So great to see all of you. I'm going to say abundant blessings. Keep dancing, keep singing, keep dancing the dream awake, and keep moving with the shifts and changes because we are absolutely helping to birth the new earth. Many blessings. Aloha, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for the song, Heaven.
Who, what? Oh, you're welcome, whoever said that.
Kathleen.
Hi, honey. Well,
Yeah.
when I moved to town, I had been in the Oakland fires, but I'd only been in California maybe a year prior. But I came out of union organizing, fighting for smoking bans. I worked on a cancer ward, and I moved up to Sonoma County, joined a mom's group. It was not my crowd, and then I found Health and Harmony, and I went, "Who did this?" And I was so thrilled. Deborah and I talked about some of her other festivals. She had the Christmas craft show fair, and I was putting together art gallery. So she was just a steady enthusiasm for me, and look what she's doing. And it kind of just like pushed me on. And I just really always appreciated seeing Deborah at art functions. And recently, I did a documentary about a friend, a musician friend with ALS, and I told Deborah about it, and she said, "Bring him to the energy center, and Jeffrey will walk you guys through this healing." We were going to show the documentary there too, but Jeffrey passed. But just always so welcoming and inspiring, and it's just great to see somebody else out there just kicking ass because she really raised the bar for me. And I'm just so grateful that you were here because I felt like I met Rio Oleski after I figured out I didn't belong in the moms group. And then, you know, he starts talking about Deborah's festivals. And I was like, okay, this is where it's at. I'm into holistic healing, you know? So.
Great. Thank you, Kathleen. All right. Much appreciation.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You do look radiant too. That is my favorite color, and it just is perfect for you.
Mm.
Hey, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
It's Sam Clausen. Clowder.
Clouder, yeah. Well, I apologize for no video. I hope some of you will understand the older I get, the less I want to wear clothes. And I just didn't feel like getting dressed. And I don't want to repulse anyone with my nudity. Besides, that's my public image. Deborah, we're only 22 months away from the 50th anniversary of the Harmony Festival. Don't you think you should start planning a 50th anniversary reunion by now?
There is some discussions on that. Actually, the anniversary celebration.
Yeah, thank you for carrying it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you have another 72 happy birthdays.
That'd be wild. Thank you, Sam. Sam was there at the very beginning of the Spring Harmony Festival. He was one of the initiators when it started at Sonoma State. So,
well, you know, since you brought that up, I'll be quick. There's something I've never told you. And I think in the company of so many people who love you and respect you is appropriate. That first one was hell. You know, everybody loved it except for me and Guru Mook and Blue Rising Sun because we lost $21,800 and it turned my life upside down. Within 10 days, the first Harmony Festival happened. My marriage broke up and my younger brother had to go into a home because I couldn't take custody of him. And I was lost. I descended into drugs and escape because I couldn't decide whether I should continue promoting the positive or start fighting the negative. And the Harmony Festival was about the 60th New Age event I had done. And it was the last one I ever did because it was such a financial failure. And the crazy thing of it was to be in the center of this cyclone. Everybody loved it. Got great reviews. Everyone loved it except those of us who lost money. And you were so smart to separate the vendors because you didn't lose money. And I was just so torn up, Deborah. I wanted to do it again, but I also had a fork in the path, and I had to choose, and I couldn't because I was confused about what to do. And when you called me and asked to carry it on, it was such a blessing because you redeemed. You gave me redemption. And I love you for it.
Little wins. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for sharing that. We did it free to the public for probably 3, 4, 5 years. To gather all the community to come. Hosting a get-together called the Health and Harmony Festival. Sandwich, cheese, or fruit trays. Hey, Jude.
Somebody's needs to mute themselves because we're hearing some radio or something. Okay, good. Hi, Deborah. We're probably a mile apart, if that. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for. I would see you from decades ago, dancing in the back of the room wherever there was great music. And I tracked with you the arc of the Willowside Hall festivals and the Katati Cabaret Christmas fairs, and then on to the big Sonoma County Fairgrounds and the best work that I have ever had in my whole lifetime was working on teams to put that together, and the joy of a high weekend together, and the edge that we pushed there to create that. And then Sonoma singles things that we did a series of those together. And then I would see you at rainbow gatherings and Burning Man and every place that was an edge that was growing. So it's like you're a Leo, right? Is this Cancer or Leo?
Cancer.
Cancer. But it's like you've moved the Aquarian age into being for so many years that it's just a pleasure and a delight. So thank you for being who you are. I'm glad to be in your constellation with these folks, carrying what we're carrying through these times and onwards. So much love, respect, and blessings. And your cheeks look beautiful, and I'm so happy you got your boobs.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, Leah. You're on mute.
Now I'm unmuting. I was one. I was in a grocery store, unfortunately. I'm grateful to my friend Giselle, who reminded me of tonight. We just got out of an amazing night with Peter Asher of the Beatles era. So I wanted to be on this special call because thinking of you, Debra, is in my DNA. Without you, there never would have been a River Guidus retreat. Gail Ortier, our wonderful, dearly departed Gail, really looked up to you, and I think you were a true mentor to her. You were a great friend. And I remember my first and only Harmony Fest. It was the last one. And I was taken there by Gail, and it was delightful. It was exactly what I was looking for, with the booths and the music and the kirtan and the fun. And it was just a wonderful day. And I remember thinking as we continued into the River Guidus summers, there's really the DNA of the Harmony Fest in that as well as dance camp.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll always be with me. And I really treasure that you were such an important part of her life. And it really became part of my life too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy you're doing so well, Debra, and you're looking great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much love. Hey, Shara. Hi.
We had a little time in the room together when we had our breakout sessions, but I just want to thank you, Debra, for bringing us all together, number one. And I'm hoping that what was shared with you and all of us from those that you chose to speak, I mean, that touched me. I took that in as well, and it was very healing. And I hope everyone really heard that message because it's for all of us. And I don't want, this is not about me at all. I'm feeling that if there's whatever ray of Debra that we could emulate and put out into the world is really a way for all of us to move forward in our own ways. And somebody said it earlier about listening, or yeah, I think the who's the comedian, Stephen Bierman, but about listening, not Stephen. Anyway, forget it. Listening and sacred witnessing, and let's just take a ray of Debra with us, and let's move forward in these wild and amazing times. And thank you for having this party, Debra.
Thank you, Shara.
Yeah.
Much love. All right, Mrs. Swami.
Yes. About 40 years ago, Steve and I, Swami, started on the road, and doing shows on the road. In the first 9 years, there were shows of comedy and dance. And pretty early on, we go to this Harmony Festival in Sebastopol with thousands of people, and we meet you. And just from being on the road, I know what kind of coordination that takes, what kind of energy and forward planning. And I meet you, and I'm going, who is this woman? who is this woman that has brought together and coordinated all the vendors, all the booth, all of everything, all of the performances. And I was just blown away. And then I see you at one point on the stage dancing. And I went, oh, wow. And it's just been that way, you know, from the Harmony Festival to Mexico and that event and all that coordination, all the work that you do. It's just amazing. And the space that you hold, I am just blown away. And I really am grateful to have known you all these years and worked with you, and our paths have been in the same circle. I'm really glad, and it's been a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, Trudy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else before we close?
I think that's all the people who had their hands up. So, of course, there's an amazing number of chats for you to enjoy, and I'm saving the chat for you.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this outrageous birthday party wish. What's good for me is that now I just turn off my computer. I don't have to do any cleanup. So that's one of the good things about this. But I also love seeing you in person. And I love us reminiscing of all our years together and still being on the path for the missions that we came in to really build a new earth together. However, our missions cross and our paths cross, and really helping each other and being there for each other. It's really beautiful. So thank you, Scott, for showing up when I request like you always do. You're an amazing sacred masculine. I talked about Jeffrey as a man who lived from his heart and his intuition. You're another incredible man, you know, who really serves, operates totally from the heart and from spirit. And I really appreciate it.
This one and this one's taller than this one. It was really hard.
How cute. And Scott's still doing his Awakening World show. You guys should join on globalpeacetribe.com. You can join there. Amazing shows twice a week still. He brings on really cool people, really incredible topics. He's crazy.
I am. We all are.
Yeah.
We're all showing up and doing our work, and this is a good time to register because we're just starting our new summer season. So come and join us. We have wonderful shows. Omoshar plays every show, and we always have amazing musical artists and guests. So would love to see you all on the Awakening World. And thank you, Deborah, for helping to birth it for 2.5 years that we first did it. And thank you, everybody. I think I'll go to gallery view so we can see who's still with us. We still have 42 people with us. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you so much, love, everyone.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to see a lot of my old friends here, even though we didn't get to say hi, Jarman and Devika and the many, many multitudes. Jessica, there's people all over the friggin' place. It's beautiful that we have this technology to be able to keep connecting and say hi. Thank God for Facebook because I stay in touch with a lot of you all. And Deborah is definitely very present on there. So let's all stay in touch because things are going to continue to get more intense and we need each other. Much love.
Okay. Thank you all for hanging in there and joining me, and so much love.
Received.
Love you.
Multiplied and
Happy
reciprocated.
birthday.
Love you,
Thank you so much.
Deborah.
Happy.
Happy
Deborah.
birthday, Deborah.
How old you are
Love
now? Happy
you.
Love you,
birthday.
Deb. You're wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Wishing
birthday.
you
Namaste.
happy birthday.
Namaste.
Happy birthday.
To you.
Woo!